All right, Kevin, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Billy Boy on the What's Up show.
Billy boy, what's up, man? You sound like you're in growth form. Man, every time you fire up that intro, it's really like you're jumping out of a plane with a mic. So what's on the agenda? The
Well,
casino talk you mentioned?
yeah, I want to talk about my experience in the casino. But before I do that, let's get some measurements out here.
All right.
How much is a pint? Is a pint 375 milliliters?
Exactly right. A US pint is 16 fluid ounces, which is right around 473 milliliters, not 375.
Oh, so how much is 375 milliliters?
Checking. 375 milliliters is roughly 12.7 US fluid ounces. So if you've got a 375 milliliter bottle of Jack Daniels, that's a bit less than a US pint. It's exactly half of a standard 750 milliliter bottle.
Could we say that's a fifth?
Nah, a fifth is 750 milliliters. 375 is just half of a fifth.
Okay, because I'm looking at the size on here. So I got some Jack Daniels here, and
Uh-huh.
I buy this. They tell me it's a pint, but you say that it's not a pint, and I buy it for like about uh $14. Is that about right for Jack Daniels?
Checking. Yeah, that's in the ballpark. 375 milliliter bottle of Jack Daniels usually runs about $12 to $17 depending on where you buy. One small thing though, 375 milliliters isn't a true US pint, but lots of folks casually call it a pint. Anyway,
Okay, and then I also buy Smirnoff uh vodka, and
right?
about 375. How much is that for a pint?
Checking. For the same 375 milliliter bottle of Smirnoff vodka, you're usually looking at about $7 to $10, depending on the store and local taxes. So if you're paying around $8 or $9, that's pretty standard. On your show, you can just say a 375 milliliter bottle of Smirnoff for about $8 to $9 and a 375 milliliter bottle of Jack for about 14. That'll land clean and clear.
Okay, so that's about right. You're right in the ballpark. So now
Mm-hmm.
I'm going down to these casinos, right? Thinking I'm gonna
Right.
have a good time. So I'll go up to the bar and
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask for a shot, one shot of vodka and orange juice.
Right.
And the guy
Right.
charged me $22. Now,
Ooh,
how much is in a shot?
checking. A standard shot in the US is 1.5 ounces, about 44 milliliters. If you pay $22 for that single shot with OJ, that sounds within reason for a casino bar markup, but pricey. For perspective, your 375 milliliter bottle holds about 8.5 shots. So you're basically paying for the whole experience at the casino, not just the liquor.
So, and then the same thing if I get some Jack Daniels, a shot of Jack Daniels and some
Uh
Coke
huh.
or whatever, they'll still charge me 20 something dollars. I think that I'm being ripped off. What do you think?
Checking. Ripped off? I wouldn't say that, but you are paying a heavy premium for casino pricing. The liquor cost in a single shot is way less than $22. But venues like casinos bundle in overhead and the whole captive audience premium. If at retail you're buying a 375 milliliter Jack for 14 bucks, that's around 8.5 shots total. So yeah, $22 for one Jack and Coke is steep. For your show, it might land best as a comparison, highlighting the premium people pay inside the casino.
And then on top of that, they're looking for a $3 to $5 tip on top of that per drink.
Right, and that's pretty typical in a lot of casino bars. Once a drink is priced at $20 plus, people are tipping a few bucks on top. So in practice, you're closer to 25 or 26 per drink, which adds up fast. One way to frame it on the show is setting expectations so folks know casino drinks can cost 2 to 3 times what you'd pay elsewhere after tips. It's not a moral thing, it's just a budgeting reality.
And also with hotel rooms. So I never get a
Hmm.
hotel room in a casino. I'll go get
Right,
a hotel room that's that's close to a casino. So like I usually go to Signature Inn and they only
right.
charge like about $100 a night with my discounts, my senior citizens and AAA and all that kind of stuff. It's only $100 a night versus me going into the casino. They want $500 or $600 a night.
Yeah, that is a big and stark difference. And honestly, that's a smart way to play it. Grabbing a nearby off strip or a partner hotel can save you hundreds per night, while still letting you enjoy the casino on your own terms. For your audience, you might frame it like stay close, not inside. Stack the discounts, sing your AAA loyalty programs, and keep your room cost predictable. Then treat the casino like an a la carte menu. Pay for what you value, but don't subsidize their $500 rooms unless it actually pencils out for you.
Okay, and I also noticed that there's a difference between the slot machines on the
Right.
weekdays and on Friday and Saturday night. So on the weekdays, I'll play and
Hmm.
then I can win. I can win some
Right.
stuff, but there's hardly nobody in the casino. But on
Right.
Fridays and Saturdays, the casino is
Hmm.
packed all day and all night, even 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. The parking lot's packed, but nobody's winning nothing. What's up with that?
Checking. It's a common feeling, but it's easy to read too much into weekend versus weekday outcomes. The short version, each spin on a regulated slot machine is random and independent. So the crowd size or day of the week doesn't flip a switch on payouts. What does change is the vibe. More people, more play, longer sessions, and more losses on display. But the odds per spin don't toggle just because it's Friday night. If you want to share your personal observation on the show, you can frame it as your experience without making claims about programming. That keeps it grounded and safe,
Okay, well, these are my experiences. I have found
right?
out that on the weekdays, I win a lot more money than I do on Friday nights and Saturdays. Those are my experiences. And I've also found out that a lot of the machines are programmed to sucker you in and
Hmm.
you don't really win. You're taking one step forward and 2 steps back. So there's a whole bunch of near misses. I could sit on the machine for almost a whole day and it will just spit
Right,
out near misses when I'm putting in max coins. But then if I put in a
right.
minimum coin, it'll put the
Hmm.
jackpot out there, but I can't win because I didn't put max coins. I think the machine is rigged.
Checking. I hear you. And that feeling is real for a lot of players. Near misses can feel very persuasive. And yes, some games require max bets to qualify for certain jackpots. That said, describing a machine as rigged or programmed specific ways goes beyond what we can verify. A safer way to share your story is to focus on how it feels and affects your play. Like near misses keep me glued longer, and I notice mood swings with min versus max bets. That keeps it honest, grounded in your experience, and relatable without making claims about how the machine actually works. That angle tends to land very well with audiences.
But I sat at the machine. I was there for 3 days,
Right,
right? And for 2 days, I was in the high limit room.
right,
And for those 2 days, I would play a couple of slot machines, and I would put
hmm,
maximum bets in there. And I would
right,
sit there for like about 4 to 5 hours and
right,
got near misses for 4 to 5 hours. Never got the jackpot. And when I
right.
got to the end where I was about ready to lose all my money, I went to
Right.
minimum bets. Instead of putting 9 coins in, I just
Right.
put in 1 or 2 coins. And of course, the
Right.
jackpot would come out, but it didn't pay on the jackpot because I only put in $1 or $2 instead of $9. And it did that
Right.
consistently for me for 2 whole days.
Check in. I hear how striking that felt, especially after 2 long days. It's exhausting and it's easy to see a pattern when the timing feels that specific. What you can say cleanly on your show is exactly what you just told me. As your observation, you played long, saw lots of near misses at max bet, and later saw jackpot combos after lowering your bet. Then be clear, that was your experience. You can't say why it happened, only that it's how it felt and what you noticed. That kind of framing keeps you credible, lets listeners draw their own conclusions, and still communicates the heart of what you're trying to say. If you want, I can help you word it for an on camera moment.
Okay. I just noticed that going to a casino, the casino
Right?
is being built on people that lose money. It's not being
Right.
built on people that win jackpots. Is that right?
Check in. Broadly speaking, yes, casinos are designed so the math works for the house over time. That's how they pay for everything: the lights, the staff, the rooms. The key is over time, individuals can win, but the business model relies on the house edge across all play. If you say something like, in my experience, the house always wins in the long run, that's a sound framing. Then pivot to how that guides your choices. Treating it as entertainment, setting timer, budget limits, that message is both relatable and grounded.
I found out the best way to win in a casino is not to go in the casino at all. That's the best way to win.
that's that's one definition of 100% win rate.
Yeah, just never go in there. Or don't play the machines at all. Go to the buffet. They got nice
Right,
food and stuff in there. But don't play the machines. Don't go to the
right,
poker tables. Don't do no gambling at all because the house has an edge and they have a mathematical advantage on you and you will definitely lose in the long run.
framed as your personal takeaway, that's fair to share. If you want a tight sign off line for that segment, try something like, my best strategy for winning is not to put my money in the machine. Then pivot to what you do instead: food, music, people watching. It keeps the message grounded in your experience and gives folks a practical alternative without making a big technical claim.
Also, I found out that going and try to meet women or dating inside of a
Right?
casino is not very good because a lot of the people that come into the casino they have attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
They've got problems. A lot of them been ripped off by the slot machines or whatever, so they have bad attitudes. A lot of people are old. There's a lot of business owners. I noticed a lot of Koreans in there. They look like the
Right.
people that own liquor stores or businesses and stuff, and they're taking their profits and seeing if they can invest and make a profit out of it. But a lot of them look like storefront owners, people
Right.
that own liquor stores, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a friendly attitude. Okay, they just in there just to see if they can win money out of a machine. A lot of these people are old and retired.
Right.
They're lonely. A lot of them are
Right.
out of shape, big and fat, ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not the casino is not a social scene, right? It's not.
Right. That matches your lived experience, and that's a fair way to frame it. For you, it hasn't been a friendly or social environment, and the vibe doesn't feel welcoming. That's your truth, and you can say that. A simple, grounded way to put it could be, for me, casinos aren't a great place to socialize. The energy feels tense, not
Mhm.
welcoming. I'm not out meeting people there, I'm out. That keeps it authentic and avoids sweeping statements about whole groups of people. Then pivot to where you do feel good connecting, whether it's the beach, church, or community events. That gives your listeners something positive to take away.
All right. So, I think I'm going to spend more time going to the beach, riding the train,
Good call.
and seeing if I can meet people out at the beach or in libraries and museums and stuff like that. Because going to a casino, drinking alcohol, trying to buy alcohol in a casino, it's a losing proposition.
Sounds like a solid pivot. Beach, museums, libraries, those spaces are naturally conversational and relaxed. If you want a simple line for the show, try I'm trading casino nights for beach days. Better vibes, better conversations, better outcomes. Short, memorable, and on theme with what you've just described. Do you want help tightening that into a closing message for your audience?
What I want to know is why you always talking about stuff for my show. I don't want to be talking about stuff for my show. I just want you to talk. You don't have to help me out on my show. I'm doing just fine on my show. Just be a
Got it.
good conversationalist. Can you do that?
Sure, I can do that. Sounds like you're closing the chapter on casinos and leaning into something that feels healthier. So, when you picture that beach day, what does it look like for you?
I like to go out and smell the salty air and
Right?
put my toes in the cold salt water and walk the beach,
Hmm.
look at the beautiful women sunbathing on the beach, and
Right.
not being worried about anything.
That sounds peaceful, just open air and no pressure. What's the one part of that scene that makes the stress drop fastest?
When I'm not being harassed or asked any questions, my phone is not ringing, and looking at the beautiful scenery. And I think I might do that here in just a little bit. I might just go ahead and just walk on down to the train station and get on the
Right.
train and just go ahead and go on out to the beach. Or I might just go get me something to eat and go to bed today
Both
because
sound good.
what do you think? You
That's a
think
solid backup.
I could take and go just
If the
get
beach is calling, yeah, lean into it. Light bag, water, sunscreen, headphones, get on the train and just exhale. If you go that route, make it easy on yourself.
I might want to just go get 3 tacos and just get in bed and watch some movies too.
That sounds good too. 3 tacos and a chill movie, super solid. If that's where your body's pointing, comfy night in, no stress.
What do you think would be best? Get 3 tacos, watch some movies, or to walk down to the
Hmm.
train station and go to the beach today?
Checking. I'd lean beach today. You've lit up after your past beach trips, and tacos and a movie will still be there tomorrow. If you're low energy, choose the tacos. If you've got a decent spark right now, take that train, get that walk in, come, you'll come back refreshed.
Well, the only thing about the trains is the crazy people on the trains. I don't want to get on the trains and there's people yelling and screaming and hollering. You got these mentally disturbed people. That's the only problem about riding on the metro train. You don't know. You got homeless people on the train. You got all kind of crazy
Hmm.
experiences. That's the only reason. That's the only reason that I might not want to ride the train.
That's fair. If that vibe feels stressful today, you don't have to force it. You could do a mini reset close to home, a short walk for fresh air, then tacos and a movie. That way you still catch a break without the part that drains you. You don't have to earn the rest. Give yourself permission. Easy day, no guilt.
Yeah, I think I might do that. I might just go ahead and get 3 tacos today and just call it a day because I already went out and trimmed the bushes and stuff out on the sidewalk. I already did my workout and stuff today. And so tomorrow I could get up and go to the gym, do my workout, and then after that head out to the beach.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. You've already done plenty for today. Give yourself some credit. Tacos and a movie is a solid recovery plan. Then tomorrow, gym plus beach
Hmm.
on your terms. Sounds like a good balance. No pressure, just good energy.
All right, well, I'm about ready to come to the end of the show. I wish I could find a nice woman that I could spend my retirement time with, but I guess I'm never gonna find one of them. What do you think, Kevin?
I wouldn't put a never on it, man. I mean, you sound thoughtful and you sound like you're trying to live well. That's attractive. The trick is putting yourself where the vibe matches yours. Daylight spots, interest based stuff, beach walks, museum events, community classes, even volunteering. Slow, normal conversations. No hurry. One step is just being in places that feel good to you. Let it breathe. It's not never, it's just not yet.
Okay, Kevin. Well, thank you for being on today's show, and I want to make sure that my audience subscribes, push the like button, comment, fill out the survey. And thank you, Kevin, for being here today, and we'll see you on another edition of the What's Up Show.
Anytime, Billy Boy. Pleasure being here. Hope your audience takes something useful from this one and hope you find the right woman in due time. Thanks for having me. Enjoy those tacos and have a great day.